Have you guys ever been curious if science teachers had Funko Pop collections? Well, this one does. Mr. Grail here, and today I'm going to show you guys my 10 best Funko Pops that I own in my collection. Let's get to it. Welcome back to my channel, you guys, and today I'm giving you guys the top 10 Funko Pops that I own in my collection. Now, I know what you're asking. Grail, where's your entire collection? But I have to tell you guys, I'm working with very limited space here. My wife and I are working on getting a much bigger place so I can display my Funko Pops in a much better manner. But right now, we're working with what we got. And today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the pop, and then I'm going to give you a breakdown of the price, why I got it, and how I got it, and I'm also going to get you a nice little close-up on a spinner of how the pop looks. And before I get started, I do want to talk about the prices right now. So the prices that I'm going to be using today are going to be from eBay sales of just the real pops, because right now HobbyDB is not reliable. I know I've been pro HobbyDB this whole time, but let's be honest, they're mixing real sales and fake sales, and it's diminishing the price of a lot of these Funko Pops right now, and we don't want that. So I'm going to be using eBay data of the real pops being sold, and I'm taking the average prices from there, so that way there is no confusion. So if you look on HobbyDB and you see that there's a different price, I'm going off eBay average sales. At number one, let's go to... By the way, this pop is so big, it doesn't entirely fit in my background, so please forgive me for this. And it is the Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle 01 Pokemon Starter Kit Deluxe Funko Pop, and this is massive and actually kind of heavy too. It's actually crazy how heavy this Funko Pop is, and it's such good artwork though. There has not been a pop like this for Pokemon. It is most definitely something that I think everyone should get their hands on. Now I want to share with you guys about this pop. So this pop goes for about $70, and it's basically because it's huge, right? You saw it, and it's Pokemon, and it's such a historic moment. It takes me back to my nostalgic days, which is why I even bought the pop in the first place, because when I was a kid, I was playing the blue, red, and yellow version. And on top of that too, I was collecting all the first edition and base set cards that I wish I had today so I could sell them for thousands, right? I would probably hold on to them because I'm a collector, right? Mr. Grail. So I really love this pop, and that's why I bought it. Now, how I got it was through eBay. Box Lunch was carrying this pop, but every time I went to go get it, it was very hard to find it because everyone wanted it and got it before I did. I have a full-time job. I'm a teacher, so I was not able to go early in the morning and go get the pop. So I went on eBay, who always has it, and I got it from a nice owner who sold it to me for 60 bucks, which was really nice, and I was able to come up on this Grail at a very cheap price. Now, sadly, this is the only pop that I'm not gonna be able to put on the spinner for you guys so you guys can see up close because it is so dang big. I don't want my spinner to break. And the next pop on the list, you guys, is gonna be none other than a fan favorite, the Funko Limited Medusa. Look at the artwork on this one. I loved it when I first got this pop, and man, I'm so happy to have this in my collection, and I plan on keeping it for a very long time. But let's get to the details. So pretty much I got this pop for $70, and I think it's a reasonable price range because she is actually very big. Now, I'm not someone who's big into Greek mythology, but I am into the game Smite right now, and Smite has Medusa as one of the characters, and I gotta say, she's my favorite in that game, and she's really pulled me away from Overwatch. I was a hard Overwatch player for like 5 years, but finally I understood that the game is actually kind of dying now, RIP Overwatch. But Smite has really made gaming fun for me again, and I'm so excited for that game. And also, growing up, I remember going to Six Flags California in Vallejo and going on the Medusa ride, and man, it was so scary, especially that drop. It was huge if you look at it here, and I'm telling you, the drop is not that bad because of how smooth this actual ride is. So I just memories with Medusa growing up, and that's the reason why I wanted to get this pop. Now, how I got this pop was from eBay again, because eBay is one of the best ways to go about Funko Pops. And I got it for about $60, so once again, profit again, very similar to the Pokemon process. And here's a close-up here at the Medusa, guys. And look at the beautiful green that this Funko Pop displays, and the box is actually in very immaculate condition. And except if you'll see in the back right here, there seems to be a couple little scuffs right there, but I can't tell if that's on the box or on the box protector. I guess I could just open it and find out, right? But I just get so scared opening up these pops. But this is most definitely one of the best pops I could have ever asked to invest in. Look how nice it is. And this next one is one of my favorites, and I actually got it for a bargain. And it is the Walking Dead MC Supply Drop exclusive, Aaron. And look at the detail on this one. And as you can see, I got it for $30, which is nowhere near where it is today. I've always been a fan of Walking Dead and characters, and Aaron most definitely is one of those characters I actually liked a lot. So I bought this pop from a chocolate store actually. This was one of my crazy finds, and I happened to look and it was going for $30. And I was like, let me scan this with HobbyDB, even though it is flawed, but it has it going for $85 right now. So when I got it, I was like, man, a $50 profit? I was like, of course I'm gonna buy this. And I just ended up falling in love with this pop just because I am a fan of The Walking Dead, and honestly the price point, you can't go wrong with it, and it's gonna have a huge appeal to a lot of people because there's a lot of Walking Dead fans out there. And with that being said, here's a close-up. And here is the Aaron Funko Pop, and look at the attention to detail on this. I love the hair, perfect goatee, and it comes with a long line of pops. If you can see right here, it has all those pops that you can get, but this is probably the most popular that you'll find. The box is in great condition, only going for $30. I feel like that was a massive steal. And look at the flesh wound right there. And then also you have the sword. It's amazing. I'm so glad I came up on this pop. Here is my Freddy Funko Pop as Stone Cold Steve Austin. And oops, sorry, let me get you a better look on that. And man, I was so happy when I saw this one come out, because I was like, you know what? I always wanted a high grail WWE pop, but also I wanted a Freddy pop, so this was like the perfect combination. So right now this one goes for about, I would say $90 to $100 roughly. I would say that you could sell this for $100, but it's mainly going for $90. And the reason why I got this pop is because I was really a big fan of all these Freddy Funko Pops, and I like that they have piece limitations because, well, I'm Mr. Grail, right? I like piece limitations. This is narrowed down to 3,000, and that means I'm one of 3,000 to have that. And also, I grew up loving Stone Cold Steve Austin. He was the face of WWE during the Attitude Era, arguably the most popular time of WWE. And he is known as probably the greatest superstar of all time. And I was able to purchase this actually at my local comic store where they sell Funko Pops and comic books, and he usually gives us relatively good deals, especially we're able to go and trade in. I did pay retail for this, so I did pay $90 as you saw on the sticker there. I don't want to take the price stickers off the protector just because I don't feel like having to get another protector, but I will get another protector soon so that price doesn't stay on there. But that's why I got it, and here's a look at the Funko Pop. And I love the attention to detail on this pop as well, because it gives us a reminder, especially as WWE fans, the attitude look of Stone Cold Steve Austin. You see the back, it's licensed to WWE, and it's great that they're doing this for Freddy, just giving him a bunch of characters that he can mimic. It's just great overall. And look at the look, the jeans, the standard vest, Austin 316. And if you look even closer, you see that they have the Broken Skull title belt right there. That is so awesome. Such a great pop. Next on this list is something that I like and I grew up on. And of course, he's one of the most popular characters of all time in the past and now. And that is the DreamWorks Shrek. Now, Shrek is absolutely amazing. It's actually a pretty old pop too, and it's not an exclusive at all. It's just vaulted, which makes it a hard pop to find because you will not find this at stores anymore. And if you didn't watch Shrek, you did not have a childhood. So the price range for this Shrek right now is averaging around $100. So I think it's a very good deal for this because it is vaulted. You're not going to see it anymore. And it's a highly popular character and he's highly collectible. And how I got him was I went to actually Fugitive Toys. I'm blessed to be next to a Fugitive Toys out there in Burlingame, California. It's about a 40-minute drive from where I'm from. And it was just nice to go out there and see the whole store. And the reason why I got the pop is because I was absolutely in love with Shrek as a kid. I loved the movie, I loved Donkey, I loved Princess Fiona, all that stuff. And I wish that they didn't make so many sequels because I feel like those kind of flopped. But the original Shrek is one of the greatest of all time, which is why I needed this pop. And here is a look at the Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life Funko Pop. And I really like this pop a lot. It brings back so many memories as a kid. The box is actually pretty good for being an old pop. And of course the line goes Donkey and Puss in Boots. Donkey is goated, whereas Puss in Boots is kind of mid. Sorry Puss in Boots fans, but I just like the standard pose. The green looks great. The outfit looks very accurate to the movie that we saw growing up. I love this pop. Alright guys, this is a much different looking pop. Now I present to you guys the Rocco NFT digital Funko Pop. Sorry, let me give you guys a better look here. And look at the blue box. Now, I can't lie. When the digital first started coming out, I didn't care for these at all. And I didn't really watch Rocco growing up either. But I can't lie. When I started seeing these go on Whatnot, which pretty much spoiler alert, I got this from Whatnot. And the reason why I got it from Whatnot is because Whatnot gives so many good deals. Because people put things on auction. And if you're willing to outbid people and go a little higher above the price, you come up on amazing steals. Sometimes everyone tries to get too much of a mega discount. Mini discount goes further than paying full price. So I went 80 bucks for this. It actually retails right now at $115. And the reason why I got this pop is strictly because I wanted an NFT pop. It's not really because I'm a fan of Rocco. Can't lie, I really didn't grow up watching him too much. I knew of him and everything, and I liked Nickelodeon as a kid. But what also drew me to this was the fact that it's one of the NFT pops that has less than 1,000 pieces. And that's what draws me to this pop more than anything, because I like piece limitations. So let's take a look at the pop here. And here is the Rocco. If you ever watched Nickelodeon, you would know who this guy was. And honestly, I like what Funko's doing with these digital pops. Like the blue on these pop boxes are great. It actually makes the pops look nicer too. I didn't think that was a thing, but honestly, I'm a fan now. I wasn't at first. And I like the pose that they have for Rocco, standard weightlifting there. And if you look really closely, it's a less than 1,000 piece, which is great for Mr. Grail, right? But this is most definitely is one of my better grails that I have. I hear voices with this pop. If you don't know what I mean, it is the Randy Orton Funko Pop. And if you look at this Funko Pop right here, it is signed by Randy Orton himself. And the reason why I had this as a highly valuable pop is because of his signature alone. Because this pop standard wise is only like $20 to $25, but the signature goes for about $100. The reason why it's not worth more is because Randy Orton actually is known for giving out his autograph quite a bit. So it devalues it a little bit, but it puts the Funko Pop at a high point. So pretty much autographs you can kind of negotiate. Right now, I've seen this pop sell with his autograph for about $125. Also, I got it because Randy Orton is my second favorite WWE superstar of all time behind The Undertaker. And I got to see his whole career grow from Evolution, Legacy, and then he went to Evolution again, and then he was part of Rated RKO, and then RK Bro. He's had such a legendary career. I really hope he does break the most championship reigns ever in WWE history, but that's yet to be seen. And I purchased the pop from eBay again because I feel like to buy autographed stuff, you gotta make sure you go through somewhere it is authenticated, because anywhere else can be easily faked. And here is a look at my Randy Orton Funko Pop and doing his iconic pose, and you see the signature right there. And just for further proof that that is a real signature, there's a JSA witness certification, which means that someone witnessed him sign this and they gave documentation. So it's a real legit signature from Randy Orton, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Great looking box here. I love the tattoos on this, the vest. I actually like his vest look more than any other look that I've ever seen Randy Orton with. This is the best. Now, I could not be a science teacher and a Funko collector if I did not have this next pop. And the next pop is gonna be the Walter White Breaking Bad Funko Pop. Sorry, I know I'm struggling showing you guys these pops. I'm adjusting to this. This is the first time I ever made a video like this, so please forgive me. But this Funko Pop, I love it so much. It's an Entertainment Earth exclusive. And I also got this from Fugitive Toys. And I got it for about $160. And this one is around that price right now. Yeah, I know that right now grails are falling a little bit, but with Walter White and Heisenberg being the headline of Breaking Bad, it makes the most sense that they're the most pricey pops with the line. And I got it because, once again, I love the show and I'm a scientist myself, so it makes me feel like, man, hey, I could be a Funko Pop one day. But who knows? That's yet to be seen. Maybe a Mr. Grail edition Funko Pop will be coming. And here's a look at the pop. Here is arguably my favorite Funko Pop, an up-close look and an Entertainment Earth exclusive. And I like this Funko Pop in general. A huge line, actually, but I think this is probably the most popular. Maybe Heisenberg is more popular than this pop, actually. But the box, once again, I keep saying this, but I like to get quality boxes. Great box. Look at the green suit and the gloves as well. And I love the headpiece. This is a well put together pop. Alright guys, it's about that time where I show you guys my two prices pops. Now coming in second place is one of my most favorite characters of all time. Even though I didn't grow up watching this show, the game that changed my life was Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2. And of course it made me fall in love with, of course, none other than Goku. Now Goku is one of the best characters in, pretty much you could say he's the face of Dragon Ball Z. And he is a San Diego Comic Con exclusive, as you can see right here. And it's a beautiful, beautiful grail. It's been around for about 10 years. It keeps going up as time goes on. And I got it off eBay for about $250. Now, that's a little bit more than what it's worth right now. But the reason why I got it at that price is one, because HobbyDB is flawed right now. It's saying it's 190 bucks, but that's counting the fakes, right? And it's probably been mixing in the other summer edition one in 2017. You just never know HobbyDB right now. But also, sadly, the creator of Dragon Ball passed away, and I never like to say that people's prices go up because someone dies or their products, but honestly, that is the truth, and I feel like that is gonna put value on this pop, but that's not why I got it. I got this pop before the passing, so I pray for the family. Oh man, this pop gives me so much memory. Like, I remember playing Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2 and falling in love with the Spirit Bomb, as you can see here. And man, my cousin Jesse watched this a lot, so he really got me into Dragon Ball Z for a little bit too. I had like a little bit of a phase, but I'm really, really glad to add this pop to my collection, and I want to show you a close-up. And here is a look at my San Diego Comic-Con Goku, and I'm in love actually with just all the colors of this box. And also the color of the figure. I like the pose, the flame, the red hair, the red eyes. And then it's amazing how crisp his uniform looks. Very, very on point from the show. And man, this is probably gonna be a pop that I'm never gonna get rid of.
One, go.
And my grail of all grails is gonna be my DC Universe 06 Limited Chase Metallic, metallic Joker. And as you can see, I totally botched the delivery. The bottom of this pop protector fell, so I'm not gonna hold this up much longer because I don't want to mess this up. But look at the shine on that pop. There's a reason why I love this pop so much. So I grew up loving Joker, and what really sold me over was Heath Ledger's performance in the Joker. Like, I feel like he just made the Joker so much more iconic than what he ever could be. Jack Nicholson and all other Jokers before him did great, but Heath Ledger took it over the top and made me love Joker in general. So he became my favorite villain, which is why I wanted this pop. So this pop has fluctuated so much, but when I got it, it was around 250 bucks, and I spent about 225. So I got it from eBay, and I got it from a seller that was willing to take the best offer. So I was really, really kind of him, and this is my ultimate grail, and now I get to pair it with my comic book now. So I get to mash these two together. I'll be putting them on a wall next to each other when you guys eventually see my full collection. And now let's look at a close-up of this beautiful Joker. And finally, we're gonna end with a close-up of my Joker, and it's metallic, and I love how shiny the hair, the suit is. And honestly, for being an old pop, one of the originals in 2011, it's a relatively good box, and all those pops right there are all pretty expensive right now. So this came from a pretty iconic line, and I'm honored to have this grail in my collection and to call it the most expensive pop that I have. Alright, so if you guys liked content like that and you guys want me to do more like this, please like and subscribe. I'll be happy to show you guys my collection. And also, if there's any pops you want to see me display and add to my collection, please comment down below. And also, you see the background behind me? My sister-in-law actually creates these on Etsy. And if you want to see more of her creations, please go and see the link down below on her Etsy page. And you could use those for pretty much anything from Zoom onto streaming, and then of course YouTube, what I'm doing right now. So with that being said, if you guys like this channel and you want to know more about investing in Funko Pops, please refer to these videos right here, and have a great day and take care. Goodbye.